Greetings. My name is Michael Vane. I'm an author and artist living in Virginia, and I'm not an NPC. On my channel, I like to discuss writing and aspects of the author life as well as other topics that interest me as an author. For those of you joining for the first time, welcome. For those of you returning, I appreciate each and every one of the people that follow me and are kind enough to leave reviews of my work. I've been gone for a while. I've been quite busy. The author life can be a tumultuous one at times, and I suffer with some disability, so that is an issue. But for the most part, I have been working very hard on two new writing projects that are coming up. I have working on my first nonfiction work, and I'm also working on a screenplay of my third novel, which deals with some rather strange aspects of a quantum theory called quantum immortality. The book is called Permutations of Reality, and you can find it on Amazon. I've also managed to finally get my websites back up and running after suffering some problems with my old web host. So those who are interested can visit michaelvane.net and catch up on all the things that I've been doing, as well as my blog, which I keep on a semi-regular basis. Um, at this point in time, I have to wanted to make another video after a while because it is such a very odd time in history, and for those of us in a creative profession, particularly in writing, it is both the best and the worst time to be a writer. Um, on one hand, um, we have more access to tools and exposure to means and resources to promote and do our work, which has been my failure. Um, that's one of the reasons that I really don't have any bestsellers. So contrary to uh, my ex likes to say that I have my whole four or five readers out there. Um, so if you're here on the first time, if you're here the second time, let's prove her wrong. Go out there and give me a like, give me a subscribe. But besides that, we're actually living in one of the strangest times in human memory. We basically live in a plot that could have been pulled right from a comic book. We have a group of actual supervillains attempting to take over the planet and enslave everybody else. It's completely ridiculous. Logic has been turned on its head. I grew up as a fan of Edgar Allan Poe, and if you're familiar with his work, read The Strange Case of Dr. Tar and Professor Feather, and that's what we're living through right now. So on one hand, you have an easier time of providing suspension of belief because the things that are happening right now are so bizarre. So it's easier to write about, particularly for fiction. You can write about all kinds of things, and it's easier for people to accept it. And at the same time, it's also harder because we can't. It's very hard to come up with a plot line that is more bizarre or ridiculous than the time that we're living through right now. So there is that. Um, so i- regardless of that, you can look at that as a glass half empty or half full. And I would say take the chance. If you've been sitting on the fence, if you're stirred by the things that are going on, or it's giving you an inspiration for a story, if you just have an opinion about it, um, don't be a digital creator. I am not one, as you can tell. I record in my bedroom at my writing space. I don't have a crew. I'll never consider myself an influencer of any kind or a digital influencer as such, much less a life coach. Um, but I do like to give advice on writing, and my advice right now would be if you something's been holding you back, go ahead and do it because there's no plot line, there's no story that you could come up with that can be stranger than the times that we live in. So get out there and write. Put your ideas on paper or a computer. Uh, do what you have been wanting to do. If it's been holding you back, just go ahead and do it. Because right now is the time to record those thoughts and to be creative, and maybe somewhere along the way we'll find the next great story. In the meantime, be sure to check out my other videos. Feel free to follow me, give me a like, and keep writing. Have yourself a great day.